Egypt's January revolution gave the country its first opportunity to freely form political parties. With that freedom, many parties began promoting their ideologies. In April, the country hosted its first regional conference for leftist powers. In May, to bridge the gap between the Arab world and Europe on the basics of liberalism, the German Friedrich Naumann Foundation in Egypt hosted a conference.
Because they are an important part in society. They are never the majority, not in this part of the world, but they're substantial groups and they're not taken seriously in many societies. So this is a chance for them to interact in a dialogue with European partners and colleagues.
Liberals in Egypt have been facing many challenges, particularly when competing with political Islam. Islamic parties gained sweeping majority, which marginalized liberal parties in these countries.
The main challenges for liberalism in Egypt and in the Arab world and maybe in the European countries too is the definition, is how do people look to liberalism. Some people think that liberals are just people who do not think about the poor people or do not think about the religious people.
Obviously, we hope that in the future the development of these societies will be, first of all, peaceful, of course, and the most possible developed in a liberal way, that is freedom for all, separation of church and state as feasible as it is possible, and we would like these societies to develop, of course, in prosperity and in freedom. It is of paramount importance for us liberals inside liberal Europe, and we hope that all the other political families in Europe will do the same.
All politicians agree that Egypt is reshaping itself, which gives a chance for any ideology to present itself to the public with a possibility to emerge. But it also makes it a tough battle.
Egypt now is exactly in the time when it needs several ideologies to appear. People need to know about the political ideologies. People are now much open to the democracy, much open to choose. People really want to choose, and in order to choose, they have to know what's liberalism, what's socialism, and what is all the political ideas.
For 40 years, the Friedrich Naumann Foundation has been following political debates in forms of seminars and educational programs in the Middle East. It sponsors selected citizens from the Middle East to take political education programs in Europe, all to support liberal activists. The foundation aims to create closer ties between Europe and the South Mediterranean countries. Like many other international organizations, the Friedrich Naumann Foundation finds a golden opportunity to approach Egypt with the philosophy of liberal politics at this period, a time where Egyptians for the first time are categorizing their ideologies. Adel El Mahrouky, CCTV, Cairo.